Today. My name's Eric. As always, I want to thank you for coming by and checking out my video today. On this episode of Smoking, I'm going to show you how to smoke a pork loin. Now this is real simple, easy recipe here, especially if you just got a new smoker and you're not quite sure what to do first. This is pretty unforgiving. You start with a pork loin. Now I bought one of those big long ones you get at Costco or Sam's Club, and I cut it in half. This one I vacuum sealed in my freezer. I let it defrost overnight. And then you need a barbecue rub of your choice. I have some of this Kansas City Cowtown, the Squeal Hog Rub, okay? But any barbecue rub will work. If you don't have a barbecue rub, kosher salt, ground black pepper, and some garlic powder, that'll do the trick as well. And again, guys, super easy. This is kind of like a no-brainer. The only thing you got to do is make sure you pull it off when it gets close to 145 degrees. Tent it with foil for a little bit, and you're guaranteed to have a juicy and delicious pork. So stick around, guys. I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. Let's get cooking. Alright guys, so again, this is a pork loin, not a pork tenderloin. Sometimes those two get confused. The pork tenderloin is a very thin, skinny piece of pork. This is the much big, fatter piece called the pork loin. So I just wanted to make sure you understood that. Now you can see this side right here, it's a very lean piece of meat. On the other side, there is a little bit of a fat cap. Now, if you got big chunks of fat, you can slice that off. I'm going to leave it on there because I'm going to smoke it in the smoker with this fat side up. That'll kind of help to keep the meat moist as it smokes. But it doesn't look very attractive like this, and having this fat cap on is also preventing us to season the meat underneath. So a good way to solve that problem is just take a knife, and we're going to do kind of a crisscross pattern here. We're only going to go down maybe a quarter to a half an inch, and just make sure you break through that fat cap. Pull it apart with your fingers if you have to, just to make sure you got a little bit of a thing here, and maybe around 3/4 of an inch, half inch to 3/4 of an inch spacing like this. And this is going to make it kind of look better too as far as presentation, because this is going to kind of separate a little bit as it heats up. It's going to have a very nice look to it. Yeah, see that fat? We got to get through it, right? So we'll do this side here, like so, all the way across. And take your time. This isn't a contest for speed. You know, I'm just cooking for my family. No competition or anything like that. So we're not under any kind of stress or time restraints. Now, I want to get some smoke on this. And since we're only going to cook this to around 145 degrees, it's probably not going to take long. So for that reason, I'm going to be smoking this at around 225 degrees. I think that's about the lowest temperature you want to smoke at. And this will give the meat a little bit of a longer time in the smoker to absorb some smoke. I should mention too that I didn't, I'm not going to use a binder because I did rinse this off once I got it out of the bag because there were some juices. Alright, let's see. We'll do one more here even though it doesn't need it. Alright, so you see how it's all cut there, and like I said, make sure you kind of use your fingers. Make sure it's separated. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to cut kind of the opposite way. So I'm going to turn it here just to kind of help me a little bit. And this is just putting a nice little crisp cut pattern on it. Just like so. And like I said, we don't have to go real deep, just like maybe 1/4 to 1/2 inch, just to make sure you can separate and get some of that rub that we're going to be sprinkling on in a second into the lower portion of the meat. And then this fat will kind of render down a little bit as well and add some flavor, and of course help maintain its juiciness and not get it to dry out. Alright guys, there you go. Look how beautiful that looks. So I'm going to go get a tray, because the next thing we're going to do is season it, and I don't want to get seasoning all over my cutting board. So put it in some kind of tray or in a plate or something like that. Let me grab a tray. We'll be back in a second. Alright guys, so I got a tray here. And what I'm going to do is just put the pork loin in the tray. Alright. Let me kind of wipe off some of this wetness here. Alright. So, this is pretty much how complicated it gets. Score it on the top side of the fat cap and season it. As I mentioned, I'm using the squeal from Cowtown, I should say. The hog rub, I've used this before, and I like it because I can get it in this huge canister. I used it for my son's smoked pork that he made for his school last year. It was a big hit. So you know how this works. We're just going to season it generously on each side. And you don't have to worry about using too much seasoning. I mean, don't go overboard. But this is such a big piece of meat. It's kind of very hard to over season it. I mean, unless you use a whole bottle. So make sure you get the edges too. Alright, and then we'll pat that down. Alright. Alright, and then we're going to do the top side. And we'll just apply a good amount of this rub. I like the color of this rub too, because it kind of makes it, give it a nice mahogany color when it gets a little smoke. And open up the slices here so you can sprinkle a little of that seasoning inside. You know, we want to flavor it as far down and as deep as possible. Alright, the last bit is just this outer edge. There we go. Alright guys, and like I said, just make sure you got the insides real good. Alright, there she is. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the fridge. We're just going to let it cold, get a little cold here. That's going to help smoke adhere to it. And it'll also allow a little bit of time for some of this rub to kind of sweat into the meat. And that salt is going to help tenderize it a little bit as well. So just throw this in the fridge and I'll meet you guys outside. I'm going to be cooking this on my char griller auto Kamado, but you can use any kind of grill or smoker that you have. Main thing is you want to maintain that 225 degree temperature for cooking. That's it guys, I'll meet you guys outside. Alright guys, like I mentioned, I'm using my char griller auto Kamado. This is a really nice smoker. I like it because it gives you all the flavor of real charcoal, and I'm going to put some applewood chips in here, but you can regulate it like a pellet grill. So I'm using Fogo, I think it's how you pronounce it, the hardwood lump charcoal. This is pretty nice. This is premium lump charcoal. I'd certainly recommend some good charcoal. You can use briquettes too, but I think the lump works better in this type of cooker. A whole lot because this isn't going to take but maybe 2 to 3 hours tops. And I found in this particular smoker, when you're done, just close everything up and it'll go out, and then you have some charcoal that you can just add some next time, just stir it around a little bit. This thing is really efficient as far as charcoal burn. You can burn and cook in this for a very long time before having to add charcoal. So first we're going to do is open that vent on the left side. We're not going to turn the fan on. Now I only want this to cook at 225 max. So this is the way I found, particularly in this smoker, how to not overshoot. Because if you take a a charcoal chimney and pour it in here, it's going to be way hotter than 225 degrees, and it's going to take a hell of a long time to drop it down that low. So we're going to start low and then bring it up to 225 degrees. So I got a little tumbleweed here. I'm just going to put right over here. The fan's over here, so I kind of start in this general area. And we're just going to, like I said, start this thing on fire. And we're just going to give this like maybe, I don't know, I'll put one right on top. We just want to make sure that the fire gets going. I don't want to suffocate it either. I think that's good. So we're going to let this go for around 10-15 minutes. Leave the lid open, and then we'll get this thing stabilized. So you know what, guys? I'm getting thirsty. I'll meet you inside for a drink review, and then we'll come out here and get this thing stabilized. Meet you guys inside. All right, guys, drink review time. I'm having one from Terrapin Beer Company out of Athens, Georgia. This is their Oktoberfest beer. 5.5% alcohol. I've never tried it. I tried a couple of their other ones, and they were good. So that's what I'm having. This is my daughter, Ava Grace, and my son, Kyle.
Hello.
Hi.
Ava Grace is having another Clubhouse Coolers. This is fruit punch. Naturally flavored water beverage with no high fructose corn syrup. And it's got vitamins in it as well. So
that's the Clubhouse Coolers ones.
You like them? Mm-hmm. All right. And Ava Grace. Kyle is having the last of the Mountain Dew series. They had a red, white, and blue. He's done the red. He's done the white. This is the last one, the blue. It's called Liberty Chill. It says 50 flavors in one dew. That's kind of scary. 50 flavors in one dew. And it's blue.
And only 50 times the sugar.
Yeah, so I don't know what
50 times the calories.
I don't know what that's going to taste like, but there you go, Kyle.
Last one.
I should have known better than to look at the back of a Mountain Dew.
I just was looking at the flavor, and it said 50 flavors in one. All right, I didn't know. This has got a drink bottle. Do you know how to drink out of these? One of these sport bottles? Okay.
I think you like lift your head up and you squeeze it.
Yeah, okay, so I popped it open. Just wait now. Let me open up my Terrapin Oktoberfest. See how this looks like? We're getting into fall, guys. All the Oktoberfest beers are showing up at the store. Leaves are starting to slowly change color. Seemed like summer went way too fast. Well, you can see, nice kind of dark color. Poured a nice head. Smells good. Kind of smell a little bit of maltiness.
Yeah, I actually do smell mine from this.
All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers to our viewers. And cheers to each other. Thanks for stopping by, guys. All right. Oh, yeah. That's good. One of my favorite things about fall, Oktoberfest beers. You only come around once a year, and some people like pumpkin spice lattes. I like Oktoberfest beer. And this one's good. Flavorful, not too heavy. Tastes like your typical Oktoberfest. I like it. So I would recommend it. All right. How do you like your Clubhouse Cooler fruit punch?
I can really taste the fruit. I really like it, and then it's really satisfying to drink it and then be squeezing it. It's like I like that doing that, but it just has a fun fruity flavor. Like it's fun. I feel like, and you can really taste that.
Oh, there you go, guys. All right, you'd have that again then.
Yep.
All right, and now Kyle, we're all waiting for your 50 flavor of dew. How's that taste?
Tastes like America. Patriotism. No.
There you go.
To me, it kind of tastes like, I couldn't figure out, it smells and tastes generally the same. I couldn't tell what it was. I'd have to say, after a bit of thinking, it's probably like those, I don't know what brand it is, but those like little gummy burgers and the little gummy pieces.
Okay, so kind of like an artificial...
I can't think of the brand, but I can see them in my head, like the little, I can't think what brand they are, but...
All right. Would you have this over a regular Mountain Dew? Or would you pass on that and maybe just have this or Code Red or one of the other ones you like?
I mean, this is up there. I think it's pretty good.
Okay. Well, there you go, guys. You get a chance to try that, give that a shot as well. So again, guys, I'm going to enjoy this. I'll meet you guys outside. That fire should be just about ready for me to close the lid, set the temperature, let it stabilize for another 15-20 minutes before I throw on that pork loin. I'll meet you guys outside. Thanks again for stopping by. Cheers.
Cheers.
And cheers. Alright guys, thank you. Alright guys, it's been maybe 12-13 minutes. You can see we got a little flame going. So but I'm not even going to put the heat deflector in or the grate. I'm just going to shut this down. We're going to turn on the fan and let the fan do all the work. So you can see the temperature here. We opened up the vent already. Like I said, we're going to do 225. And then we'll say yep. And it's going to tell me D1, which I knew it would be. I've already set my vent up here to D1. And you hear that fan kick on? It's only 155 degrees, 158. See, it's climbing. So this is the secret, guys. I see a lot of people on my Facebook, or not on my Facebook, but on the Facebook page for the Auto Kamado, and they're always complaining, oh, I'm trying to smoke something at 225 and I can never, it's at 375 and it takes 2 hours to drop down. That's because you're starting too hot. Start low, bring up the temperature, and now we're just going to let this stabilize for around 15-20 minutes. It's probably going to blow past a little bit past 225. We'll allow it to kind of come back down and kind of just stabilize. Then we're going to add some applewood. You see the fan just cut off because it got at 190. So this is a really cool system that Char Griller has, allowing you to use real charcoal and real wood, but you set it with a fan just like a pellet grill. So anyway, guys, we'll let this stabilize. I'll come out here in around 15-20 minutes, and we'll add the wood, we'll add the pork loin, and we'll go from there. See you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so I put the one probe that came with my Auto Kamado on this end, and then on the other end I'm going to be using my Chef Temps wireless thermometer. I did a review on this. I've been very impressed. This is the most impressive wireless thermometer I've used. I've had a total of 3 that I reviewed. So I'm going to stick this one over on this end, and we're kind of just going to go right in the center, kind of deep in like that. Okay. And now we'll start a new cook. Do pork. We're going to do loin. Alright, it sets up for 143. This is perfectly. We're going to start the cook. Internal temperature is 52. My other one is saying 46. And yeah, there we go. Like I said, this shouldn't take too long. We'll close this up real quick. I'll turn off the hold. And yeah, we'll let it come up to temperature. And we'll see. So right now, internal temperature is 50 degrees, well 49. Did just come out of the fridge. And we'll wait a second to see what the ambient temperature, or the temperature inside the smoker, that usually takes 5 minutes before that starts showing up. We want to have this, cook this till 145. So at 143, that's perfect. That's the time to pull it off. So that's the time to pull it off and then kind of cover it with foil, and we'll let it sit for around 10-15 minutes and dinner will be served. Alright guys, I'm going to go inside, enjoy the rest of my beer, kind of relax. We'll come out here in a little bit, check it out. Alright guys, it's been just about an hour. It's saying the internal temperature is 109 degrees. My other probe is saying 107, so that's a couple degrees. And it's showing right now, look at that, rock steady at 225. That's why I really love this this Auto Kamado. So we're going to pause it. We're going to take a look out here. I haven't been out here. So like I said, guys, it's been around an hour. Let's see what we're looking at. We'll also do a couple independent temperature readings here. Wow, look at this, guys. Come on. All right, let's kind of see. So we have 107 and 109. Let's just go right here in the center. 105. Bet maybe down here towards the end, 107, 106. Okay, so yeah, guys, we're kind of right where we need to be. This is cooking a little bit faster than I thought initially. I'm trying to time it. Monica's going to make some mashed potatoes, and yeah. But look at how nice it looks when you score that fat cap. Leave that on. Oh, the heat's going to get up a little bit, but that's okay. Alright guys, we'll continue to let it cook. But so far I have to say, man, that thing looks nice. Alright guys, we'll let it go. Be back shortly. Alright guys, I did crank it up to 300 probably around 15 minutes ago just to kind of get it going. Get that fire going, because it was kind of just almost stagnant, like it was going through a stall. But let's see where we're at. We want obviously 145. See, we're not quite there yet. If we're at 143, 144, yeah, we're fine. Okay, I know we're there at the edge, like right here, but okay. So yeah, 300 degrees was a good option. I don't think it's quite gotten there yet, so let's give it a few more minutes. We'll be back in a second. Alright guys, the thing just beeped at 143. Let's kind of see how this is doing. I've changed the position just to get a kind of more accurate reading. So let's go right in the middle. Remember, we want like 145. Oh, 145. 143. Okay. I think this is good. Well, that's, see, towards the end, obviously, it's going to be higher. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'll take this off. Ooh. Let me pause this cook. Yeah, we'll take this off. I'll put it inside. We'll kind of cover it loosely with foil. Just let it kind of mellow out before we slice. I'll meet you guys inside. Man, but look at this thing. Let's, I brought a light out here, so let's see if we can take a closer look here, guys. Yeah, I think scoring it on the top just kind of gives it better presentation value for sure. We definitely got the seasoning in there, deeper in the meat. Alright, woo! Open up the lid, that fire's going. Anyway, this is done. I'll meet you guys inside. Alright, it's been covered here with foil for probably around, I don't know, 12, 13 minutes. Alright, here we go, guys. Oh man, look. And again, you know, scoring it on the top here with the fat side just adds to the presentation value of this, I think. Yeah. Alright. Oh, I can smell it. Ooh, it smells smoky too. Alright, guys. I'll get a knife. We'll slice into this. See what we got. Alright, guys. Here we go. Alright. I'm just going to cut this in half. You know what? Why not? Let's see what we're dealing with. Got my brisket knife here. Let's see. Alright guys, look at this. Oh my goodness, the smoke. I'm smelling so much smoke. I can't even explain it. Okay, let's slice a couple here so you guys can see like I see. Let's move this back. I mean, look at all the liquid here, the juice. You know what? You can slice this as thin or as thick as you like. I'm gonna go maybe, I don't know, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. Let's see, you know, you can even put this in a slicer and slice it up like thin for sandwiches. This one here, I'm gonna do this one a little bit thinner. Okay, you see the little hole from the the thermometer. But man, look at this, guys. Man, look at the juice. And look, pork. I love pork. You know, look, I'm in the barbecue and smoking, so pork is probably one of the best things. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like beef, but man, the versatility of pork, whether it's ribs or the pork butt or the pork loin. Look at this, how juicy. Man, oh man. And it's relatively inexpensive too. I can't even remember what I paid for this thing. I think it was like 8 pounds when I started. Cut it in half, get like 2 complete meals with leftovers. Yeah. That's why I love pork. Anyway, guys, let me continue slicing this, and we'll get the family out here, give this a sample in just a second. Alright guys, welcome back. I'm here with my family, my wife Monica, my daughter Ava Grace, my son Kyle. Alright. I sliced
It
this.
smells amazing.
Yeah, it's very smoky. Alright. I cut some pieces here.
Good.
Everyone grab a piece. Grab a piece. Come on.
Here's
Alright
my
guys,
piece.
cheers.
This is my piece. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers for
Alright.
the food.
Let's give it a sample. Mmm.
Ooh, I like the. What's the seasoning you use?
Grab that big bottle.
The squeal?
Right there.
Is that the squeal?
Wow, right there.
Yes.
Yeah. What's it called?
Kansas City, Cowtown, the squeal.
The squeal.
That is really good. It's just the right amount.
This
I
is
don't
the
know.
same rub I used when we cooked the pork butts for your event.
That's good.
Cool.
Which was a huge hit.
Yeah. So
This kid made like
good.
$500 at that event.
So
I
this
did.
is good rub.
I was probably the best. I sold the most out of anyone.
At his whole
There.
school.
Yeah.
He did pulled pork sandwiches and people
Oh,
were
okay,
coming
okay.
back for more and like,
What are you doing?
he made like $500 off of that.
Alright.
So this is a really good seasoning.
There you go, guys.
I didn't know that's what it was. But it's
Yeah.
not too salty. It's just the right amount of salt.
Well, you need
But
salt.
it's got a little bit of sweet.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, it's like when you have seasoning salt, like Laurie's seasoning salt, right? When you put that on something, it's like different than salt.
Yeah. And the other thing is, when you cook pork, do not go over 145. You know, that's the sweet range. They used to
It'll
recommend
dry out.
165, but it'll dry out.
I
think I did it good because you obviously want to
perfect.
make sure it's cooked. So, you know, and the end pieces will be a little more well done, but man, when you can squeeze it and see the juice coming out.
Yeah, no, this is perfect because if it was any more, I'd say, oh, it would be dry.
No.
This is perfect.
What do you think, Ava Grace?
Good.
This is really good.
All right, Kyle, what do you think?
It's good.
The seasoning is amazing. I didn't realize that's what it is I like.
Well, like I said, you know, the seasoning isn't that important. It's just,
Well, no, the way you cook this is good, but the seasoning matters too.
yeah,
Right?
but like I said, you can use salt, ground black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. You can make your own rub, you know, experiment with different rubs. It doesn't matter when you smoke it, you know, like that at a lower
Well, that's
temperature. Yeah, it's gonna come out good, trust me.
So, and it is good. It's tender. It's a little bit. It's good.
That melts in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And look, you're eating it.
As always, guys, I appreciate you stopping by and checking out my video. If you like it,
Peas?
please hit the like
She
button.
stuck a whole piece in her mouth.
All right.
No, the rest of it, I had a few nibbles on it.
She'll be chewing
The
on that for a
logo on my
while.
shirt here is the logo on the bottom of the screen. If you click on that, it allows you to subscribe to my channel. Please do that. It really helps my channel grow.
And our family, no,
Now,
our
guys,
family's not growing.
And I'll leave
Just
a
the
link.
channel.
I'll leave a link
Just
above
the
and
channel.
below to my website, ericsmokingbbq.com. If you want to check out any of my older recipes or video links, I have it all there, guys. So again, thanks for stopping
That's
by.
gotta be a fun thing to watch, your
Yeah.
old videos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, check out his older videos.
But like I said,
I
man,
old videos.
yeah,
That's before he was like
I got a lot of
professional.
old videos. And you can see the progression from the old days to now if you watch some of my old videos.
Not just with the kids. But with the food.
But anyway, guys, this recipe,
No, he's
just to highlight again, pork loin,
It's good.
seasoning, smoke. You can't get any
this is gonna
easier.
be gone in a minute.
Yeah, so, yeah.
2 thumbs up. for
Definitely
me.
check it
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Try it yourself.
Two
Thanks
thumbs
again,
up.
guys,
Two thumbs up?
for
Or
stopping by.
1 or 2 thumbs.
What if I do
2.
1 up, 1 down?
No, it's not
One down.
We'll see you
be
next
honest.
time, guys. Thanks for stopping by.
Is that 0 thumbs or 1 thumb or?
No, no.
Yeah.
How does that work?
So, what do you want?
All thumbs up, guys. We'll be back next week with a new video. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, guys. Bye.